Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us here on 13 News at noon. I'm Dustin Grove here with meteorologist Sean Ash because it is a weather impact alert day. We're talking dangerous heat arriving in central Indiana.
Yeah, and stressing that the worst is yet to come here. But I think by the time we get toward about 6 p.m. In Indy, we're going to have a heat index close to 100. Oof. We're going to spend many more hours tomorrow and Friday in that danger zone. So let me show you right off the bat what's going on here in Indianapolis in the metro area. We've got the hazy sunshine. So it's 84. Our dew point now in Indy is approaching 70 degrees. And the higher that number goes, the more miserable it's going to feel. Heat index right now is at 88. So this is just a typical summer day for us right now. 79 Richmond. If you recall yesterday, we said the worst of the heat and the mugginess was going to be on the western side of the state. Dew points in Lafayette, Terre Haute already in the lower to mid 70s, contrasted by the mid 60s east. And then I want to show you what's going on to the west of us, and you may not want to see this. We have 80-degree dew points in the cornfields of Illinois, and that air is going to be spreading toward the east over the next 24 hours. And look at the heat indices already pushing 104 in Lincoln and 102 in Peoria. That will again spread east as we go into the afternoon. It's not necessarily going to reach the eastern part of the state, but here in the central part of the state, we're going to have a heat index approaching about 100 degrees. We will be in that air come tomorrow and beyond. Long haul here for us in this miserably humid air. We'll have more on that, and we'll talk about some storm chances in the 7-day forecast. We'll see you in just a little bit.
All right, Sean, thanks. To the headlines now. And in the courtroom this afternoon, a young teenager, is set to learn how long he'll spend in prison for killing a man in Anderson. Joseph Van Note Jr. was just 13 years old when he stabbed 61-year-old Mark Miles to death. Van Note pled guilty without a plea agreement to 2 counts of murder and a count of armed robbery. Police say he admitted to following Miles home from a gas station after seeing a lot of cash in the man's pocket. Van Note then admitted to stabbing Miles in his home with a kitchen knife. The teenager's mother turned him in after he came home with $500 in cash. His sentencing is underway right now. Of course, we'll update you as soon as we learn of it on what happened. We'll post it online, and also we'll bring it to you on 13 News starting at 4. 2 people are in critical condition this afternoon after a shooting on the city's east side. This was the scene around 6 o'clock last night. This was along Randolph Street near Southeastern and State. Police say they arrived to find 2 victims. We're working to learn what led to this shooting and whether police have a suspect. And in Frankfort today, an 18-year-old faces felony weapons charges, and a juvenile is also in trouble after gunshots were fired in the middle of a neighborhood. Police say the 2 shot at each other. The juvenile suffered a minor injury to his hand during the shooting, and police said thankfully there were no major injuries to anyone else, but those bullets still came dangerously close to some neighbors. April Bostic told us her grandmother's car was hit.
Yeah, I live a block away. Circle Park, where there are always children playing, is just a block away from where the shooting happened. If a bullet could come all the way down here and go through a window, it's horrifying to think about what could have happened.
Yeah, thankfully it wasn't worse. Frankfort police say the 2 had prior issues before shooting at each other on Monday. At least 2 state lawmakers are proposing that Indiana use firing squads as a method of execution. Right now, lethal injection is the only way death row inmates are put to death in Indiana, but the drugs used to carry that out can be tough to get, and they are costly. Governor Braun says Indiana spent more than $1 million on lethal injection drugs over the last year, but $600,000 worth of the drugs had expired because they weren't used in time. State Representative Jim Lucas tells our partners at the Capitol Chronicle he's looking into legislation that would allow executions by either firing squad or hanging as a cheaper alternative. He tells us he plans on introducing that proposal next session. The Capitol Chronicle says another state lawmaker is also working on a similar proposal. 5 states right now authorize the use of firing squads under certain circumstances. That includes Idaho, Utah, Oklahoma, Mississippi, and South Carolina. Well, we are getting some new insight now into the future of the Indianapolis Metro Police Department. The top brass tells us phase 1 of their 5-year strategic plan is finished. The input has all been collected from more than 2,000 community members and 1,000 department staffers. They gave their feedback during this phase 1 of the comment period, outlining what IMPD is doing well and what needs work. So now an Indy-based consulting firm will take all that information and then draft a plan. It's expected to be ready for review in November. Today, Indy Peace and the Office of Public Health and Safety is hosting another one of their Peace pop-up events. The goal of these is to connect with the community and foster good relationships to hopefully help cut down on violence across the city. So today's event is going to be at Brookside Community Church. The information's up there on your screen right now. You can talk with public safety workers, get resources, and learn more about the efforts to curb violence here in the city. It's all from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock tonight. Also today, city county councilors will meet to vote on the mayor's new appointment for director of Indianapolis Animal Care Services Agency. Mayor Joe Hogsett named Amanda Dohoney to that position. Her appointment came after controversy with his previously proposed director, Kelly Diamond. Diamond served as interim director for the shelter, but some pushed back against her official appointment due to issues with volunteer hours and operations. So we'll let you know if Dohoney's appointment goes through during this afternoon's Community Affairs Committee meeting. Now to the push, the major push for Major League Soccer to come to Indianapolis. It is kicking into high gear as bids open for a new stadium. Our Alex Almanza shows us how this plan could take shape even before a team is locked in.
MLS in Indy is one step closer to reality. The proposed site sits at 355 East Pearl Street, just southeast of downtown. According to proposal documents obtained by 13 News, if built, the stadium would hold 20 to 25,000 fans and meet FIFA and MLS standards. IU economics professor Philip Powell weighs in on the optics and economics.
Any professional sports league wants to know that their expansion cities want them. There's no better way than to signal that you want them by going ahead and making the investments that are going to be needed.
Construction firms have until August 22nd to submit bids. A winner is expected to be selected on October 10th, and city leaders hope to finalize a locked-down price for the project by early 2026.
The bid process is an investment of resources, but it's a matter of thousands of dollars instead of hundreds of millions of dollars. This is really a logical move by the city at very little cost to taxpayers.
In a statement sent to 13 News, CIB's executive director Andy Mallon says they want taxpayers and stakeholders to have, quote, the best cost and constructability information available as they move forward.
Major League Soccer, along with women's professional basketball, are probably the two hottest, fastest growing professional sports leagues in the country. Build it and they will come.
If all goes as planned, the stadium could become a centerpiece for concerts and other events on top of soccer. In Indianapolis, Alex Almanza, 13 News.